All right. Whoa, it's so shiny, Jesus. It's so shiny yet so cold. So time now is 11:04 a.m. on January 18th. We have 12 days left from departure. So I slept from 4:15 to 10:30, but then I went back to bed for about 20 minutes because I heard my younger brother taking a shower and I would want to use hot water. So if I use hot water, he's gonna have trouble, and I'm gonna have trouble too, because hot water cannot be shared. So either one of us will receive cold water. So I'm like, you know what? Fine, I'll let you use the hot water first. So yeah. Anyways, I didn't want to sleep at 4:15. Okay, but the thing is, last night I planned to watch 3 episodes of anime, and it's been a while since I've watched this much at night, right before sleep. And the stupid thing is, it kept buffering. I don't know why. And I thought it's the Wi-Fi's issue. Turns out it's some sort of issue with the server because I switched to a different server and then suddenly the video is smooth as hell and it's even playing at 720p. It was buffering before and I was playing it at 360p and it was still fucking buffering. But yeah, anyways, after I finished it, it was like 3:40 already. I took a shower, I go to bed, and it's 4:15. So yeah, I can't wait to go back to sleep tonight. I can't wait to have a thick, juicy ass sleep. But yeah, I have a couple of good news. First of all, Cliff the Malaysian guy has finished coloring my short film. I trust him. I trust he can do a good coloring job. I am a little bit afraid that by finished coloring, he means like he basically finished. He has an MP4 video and not a LUT, because I still have to edit my film for a little bit, So I hope it's a LUT and not really an MP4 file. That would be a little sad. Second of all, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's as much as the good news goes. I did. I haven't finished writing my short film script, nor have I done anything about it really. I mean, last night I did finish the, I need actors sort of a thing, but I haven't uploaded it, posted it on any Facebook groups. I thought to myself maybe I should ask the producer guy and ask John L. At this point, it's kind of like how I did cloud busting, where I have to literally ask everyone and their moms, where I have to literally ask everyone for help. Do you know anyone who could be actors? Do you know anyone? Like, I think right now is probably that situation. So I'm gonna have to literally ask anyone. I'm gonna ask John L. I'm gonna ask the producer man, the producer, and hopefully they have some answers for me. Especially the producer. The John L's back in L.A., but the producer knows a lot of people now. So if my mom can find me 3 actors, that's great. But I still need crew, and my mom doesn't know a lot of crew people, so that's gonna be tough. I also haven't finished. I haven't even started writing the equipment and props list. Just all the equipment and all the props all put into one list. All the stuff I need, basically, all the shit I need. So the camera gear, the lighting gear, everything. So yeah, hopefully that's that. And I also didn't do the crazy epic college homework, but I did write a script for it because it's just public speaking where we have to give a briefing speech for about 3 to 4 minutes about a project we have worked on lately and the problem we encountered and how we solved it, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna do it now. So this is one of the reasons why I woke up early today, and that's because I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna eat breakfast, and I'm gonna do the stupid homework, and I'm gonna film an anime review, and then I'm gonna bounce. At around 1:15, I'm gonna go to my mom's office to check out the camera and the lighting equipment. I'm gonna arrive at around 2:15, and it's gonna take an hour or less, right? It's fine. So at around 3:15, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna come all the way back, but I'm not gonna go back home. I'm gonna go to Cornhill Cinema to watch the first Slam Dunk. And then that's gonna be about 2 hours, so 6 something, maybe even 7 p.m. I come back home. Boom, that's it. So, yeah, today's gonna be really busy. Oh, and oh yeah, I remember what the other good news is. I finally finished editing the summary video. So, in my schedule Google spreadsheet, I have like 5 videos to edit. Edit summary, edit cloud busting, edit Japan, like the Japan vlog, and edit college, and then edit whatever YouTube videos I need to be done with today. So I don't need to worry about the summary video anymore. I'm done with it, you know? So, and then after a couple more college update videos, and then I'm pretty much completely done with vlogs. And then from here on out, I will never upload vlogs on my main channel ever again. Because, again, like I said, my main channel is growing exponentially large. People will find out about me one way or another. And I will still vlog a little bit on my main channel here and there, but mostly they'll be in my second channel. And if you can find my second channel, whatever. If you can't find it, good for you. You found it. It's just a small little depository box, small little trash bin on YouTube where I just film myself talk and I don't edit anything necessarily, and I just throw it in there and that's it. And I don't really care if people see it anymore. And again, I feel like I've evolved past the point where I need to actually have people hear me vlogging, like hear my stories. A lot of normal people, okay, 99% of people in the world don't vlog about everything in their lives. But I have to do that because I've turned it into a habit, because I find it very comfortable to talk about my own lives so openly in front of nothing, in front of thin air, because YouTube audience is the only people who listen. But circumstances have changed, right? I have made actual real life people friends. So, I mean, maybe I don't need to vlog anymore. What can I say? But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm at Laichikok Station, heading to my mom's new office. Yes. Very industrial place. Alright, so here's the plan. Time now is about 5 p.m. So originally the plan is to go to Cornhill and Taikoo to watch the first Slam Dunk. But obviously I ran out of time. There's no way I can make it. I left that building at around 4:15. I can't make it to Taikoo in 30 minutes. So I immediately improvised. Damn. So I immediately improvised and I found a screening of the first Slam Dunk at an even cheaper price at a cinema nearby in Cheonsawan. So I'm literally walking there on foot right now. Never been there, wish me luck. I do love my corner buildings. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. Damn. Okay. Everyone's here for the same movie. Great. Finished the movie. Heading home now. Probably will take a whole ass hour. Alright, time now is 10:52 p.m. Let's wrap it up. Yeah, let's talk about today. I tried to wake up a little earlier today to do the homework and then to film the Kotaro anime review. I planned to leave my apartment at 1:15, and of course I couldn't do that. I ended up leaving my apartment an hour later at 2:15, and it took me about 45 minutes to reach my mom's office, which is a place I've never been to because it's her new office. It's like the 6th or the 7th one. The first one was in Samsøybo, Shamsøypo, like 7 years ago-ish. And then it got moved to Mongkok. There's one in Namcheong. There's one in Simsajou, and I don't know. It's just so many. Yeah, there are two offices in Namcheong, right? But yeah, I mean, essentially, this is a new one. I went there, I arrived at around 3 p.m., and I know if I want to catch the 4:45 p.m. screening of the first Slam Dunk in Cornhill, which is in Taikoo, I would have to leave by 3:45 because it's going to take another whole hour just to come all the way back to Taikoo because it's near this area. So I had about 45 minutes, which is enough. You know, it's good enough. But yeah, essentially I checked the cameras. I got around with a Blackmagic. I don't even know what sort of Blackmagic it is. Like a 4K or a 6K, I don't even know. I know so little about Blackmagic. I know Sony because I've done my research. But I barely know anything about Blackmagic and Micro Four Thirds lenses and whatnot. So anyways, I got into it. I got into the office, and there's a glass cabinet, and I just saw Blackmagic, and it's pretty much almost completely out of battery. And then I mounted some lenses. There are a bunch of lenses. There are like 8 lenses, 9 lenses, which are cool. Actually 7 to 8 lenses, but a lot of them are old. They're very, compared to the one I got, okay, compared to the full frame 16 to 35, the build quality alone, right? All the lenses I touched today are just kind of crap. I mean, yeah, they're Micro Four Thirds, so they're really tiny, but a lot of them are just built really poorly for some reason. Like a lot of the Olympus lenses, it's just not very great. The one that stood out was 7 Artisans, 12mm. That was pretty sharp, and that was pretty well built. And there's a Sigma lens, except that's the worst lens because the whole lens is made of plastic. And it's just kind of smudgy and old and fuzzy, and it's just bad. And then it's also very dusty, and I wanted the widest lens. So as far as long lens go, it's fine. We got the Sigma 18 to 200, and 200mm on a Blackmagic basically looks like 400. That's too powerful already. But I need wide lenses, right? So the widest I found is 9 to 18, which sounds really cool, right? 9 to 18, holy shit. So 9 times 2 is 18, and 18 times 2 is 36. So this is basically 18 to 36. 18mm, that's pretty wide, that's awesome. I mounted it on the Blackmagic, and 9 looks like 35. I don't know why. It looks like 35. And I've used 18mm a lot. I've seen 18mm a lot. I got a 16 to 35 Sony. I know what 18 looks like. That does not look fucking like 18 at all. That looks like 35. So that's an issue. So I immediately asked the insurance man, like, hey, do you know where I could, borrow or rent 7 to 14? I immediately searched online, like, what's the widest possible Micro Four Thirds lens? Just give me 7. So by my logic, right? Okay, by common knowledge, 7 on Blackmagic is a 14 because it's times 2. But for some reason, it just doesn't work like that. So by what I've observed, 7 is probably going to look like, I don't know, 24 or 25, which is already good enough. You know what? I'm not complaining. Whatever. Fine. Whatever. But yeah, sheesh. I don't know what's going on. So there's that. And I also cannot find any lighting or sound equipment in the glass cabinet. Where's the Rode mic? Where's the shotgun mic? And by Rode mic, I mean shotgun mic. Where's the dead cat? Where's the Zoom sound recorder? Where's the Rode, attached to the camera thing? Where's anything? Where's the light stuff? Where's the Aputure LED lights? I don't know. So I'm in a bit of a pickle. I ate sort of half a custard fruit tart, and drank a small can of lemonade soda. And then at around 4:15, so I played around with cameras and whatever, and time just moved on really fast. At around 4 p.m., I'm like, okay, I need to go, right? And my mom's like, no, wait, before you leave, just pack the cameras you're gonna use, put it in a bag. And I didn't know what to do because I'm not an expert in Blackmagic and Micro Four Thirds lenses. And I can't even find sound and light equipment. I didn't know today's the day. I didn't even know today is the only chance I get to see this equipment. It's either take it or leave it. What? I literally don't know anything. Even if I call the insurance man and ask him everything, and even if I go online and search about Blackmagic and everything and do my research right now, right there and then, I still am not sure what I know, and if I mess up, if I bring something less, if I miss something, then it's all over. So I can't do it. So I left at 4:15. I did a little packing, but at the end I gave up, right? At 4:15 I left, and then I realized it takes a whole fucking hour for me to go from there to Taikoo, and by then I'm definitely going to miss the first slam dunk. So I went back. I went back to the office, and I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to wait a little while. I'm going to wait maybe a whole hour to wait for the 5:30 screening in Broadway Cinematheque in Yaomate for the first slam dunk. And that's totally fine because Yaomate Station is literally on the red line, is en route back home. But the thing is, the movie is 2 hours long, and if I watch it from 5:30 to 7:30 and then I go back home, then by then it'll be 8:30. It's just too late. It's a little late, but it's whatever, sacrifices. And then I'm like, hold on. I don't have to be this stubborn, right? I can just look for any cinemas nearby and then just go there. And then boom, I found a cinema literally 5 minutes walking distance, and it plays at 5:10 p.m. So I'm like, fine. So I went there. I went back to the office, and then I waited a little while, and then I went to the cinema, and I saw people purchasing tickets online. So I tried to purchase it online, and it suddenly said, oh, because the first slam dunk, by the time I pressed the screen, it was like 5:07 p.m., 5:07, and the movie begins 5:10. And then it says like an error, like, you must buy the movie ticket 20 minutes before the screening. And I'm like, oh fuck. I guess maybe it's because the first slam dunk is such a popular film, so they, apparently there's some new rule that you can't buy tickets within 20 minutes before the film's showing. And then I was like, well, I guess I'm just going to go back to the office again. And then I thought, hold on, there's no way. I looked at the movie app. I looked at the Hong Kong movie app, and I saw that there's still a lot of empty seats. There's no way they're cutting off people just like that. And then I went back to the cinema, and turns out, of course, you can still buy the ticket just in person. So that's what I did. I went to the counter, and I just bought the tickets in person. Only $45. If I had gone to Cornhill or Broadway Cinematheque, it would be maybe 70. But I only paid 45 right here, which is so freaking cheap. That's such a cheap movie ticket. And 2 hours too. This is not like an hour movie. It's 2 hours. and it's a bargain, you know. And then I sat alone. The whole row was just me. I mean, there are a few people behind me, and I had to look upwards, which is sad, but it's fine, whatever. And then watch a movie, and it's amazing. I enjoyed the movie a lot, and so yeah. And after that, I just came back home. That's it. So yeah, you know, I'm glad I'm able to watch the movie and all that. Um, Another thing is Cliff's coloring. So Cliff this morning told me he finished coloring, and I said I hope it's a LUT and not an MP4 file. Turns out it is an MP4 file. It's actually a WAV file. And okay, fine. But another issue is, as much as I'm so fucking happy that Cliff has colored my film, this is the first time someone has colored a film for me. That has never happened to me before. I'm really happy, and I can't be grateful enough. I really don't know how to extend my thank you to him. You know, maybe I should instead of giving Pepper this, maybe I should give Cliff this. You know, that's what I'm saying. Um, but the issue is it's too warm. I'm gonna be honest here. The coloring is great and all, but it's a little warm, and the contrast is a little too high sometimes. Um, so yeah, and then I told Cliff that, and then Cliff has already left his home, and he's in the airport or whatever, and he's like, well, shit. I didn't color your short film on my MacBook. I colored it on like a computer or something. So I guess I'll have to recreate it on a MacBook now. And I said, well, no pressure. We still have time, even though not really. But you know, I don't want to pressure him. But yeah, that's that. And then another thing is, I finally decided to ask the producer guy about help for short film. So the producer guy helped in the year 2021. The producer guy helped me make my short film, Dreams of an Empty Street. And I thought about asking him for help, but I thought, well, he's probably really busy right now, right? Because I went onto Instagram and what's the Corrupt the Youth, which is a very cool, artsy little YouTube organization, Hong Konger organization, and the producer guy's doing some stuff with them. And then there's this Buddhist YouTuber, a girl, like a young girl who like talks about Buddhism in a very joking way. She also has something to do with the producer guy, so he's going places. You know, there's a new Tony Leung film coming out very soon, and somehow the producer's guy is involved in it or something. But yeah, I went to Signal and I texted him, and he pretty much replied within 2 minutes, and he said, "Okay, I'm gonna help you ask around, but I don't know a lot of beginners because I specifically asked for beginners. I don't want very professional people because professional people are expensive." So that's that. And I also might need help for equipment and all that stuff. Um, and then I guess that's pretty much it for today. Zara texted me, WhatsApp me literally out of nowhere saying, um, I feel sad or something. I don't know. I think Zara said something about. Oh yeah, Zara asked me, "Hey, when you came back to Hong Kong last time in the summer, did you feel sad?" Because Zara just came back to Hong Kong after spending about half a year in the US. And I said, "Yeah, of course, duh. I mean, I'm fucking insane, you know?" And Zara's like, "Yeah, you know, I feel like everything's not real." Like, and I totally understand that feeling, you know? Zara's like, "Man, like, everything's not real, and I just feel like there's sort of an emptiness." And I said, "Well, yeah, you know, I felt the exact same way in the summer, but this time around, I don't feel that anymore because, I mean, I did feel that for like one day in early January, but after that, I'm just fine, you know, because it is what it is. It's life. I just can't do anything about it. There's sadness, and then you embrace the sadness, and then you move on. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay. Um. So yeah, you know, but that's pretty cool. And Zara said she really wants to meet me because I'm the only living proof that the USA did happen. Because I told Zara Oh yeah, when I came back to Hong Kong in the summer, I thought, wow, maybe everything that happened to me in the USA, it's all a dream. But then I went back to LA in August, and I thought the 1 month I spent here in Hong Kong, maybe this was a dream. It was a dream within a dream situation. And Zara's like, man, I totally get it. And because I'm the only person who converses between these two universes, like, and in some ways that's true to me too, because I've still, aside from JT, I've never met a single other person in Hong Kong, like from the LA universe, but in Hong Kong, like John L. Pepper, Potter. Like Potter will never come back, first of all. But I've never seen them in Hong Kong, like on the fucking asphalt roads, on the red bricks beside the steel guardrails, in front of skyscrapers and tall buildings, in very local Hong Kong stores and restaurants. Like, I just cannot imagine Pepper in this environment. When I see Pepper, I associate her with tall palm trees and sand and wide roads and sunshine. And I guess, yeah, I guess it's same for me too. Like, Zara is the only living proof that, oh yeah, the USA did exist, did happen. But it wasn't that crazy. Like, when I saw Zara in December, yeah, it was surreal. But maybe it's because I was in a very stressed out state at that point. I wasn't like, oh my god. Like, it's just my reality's breaking apart. There was a moment when I felt that, and that was when Zara went to my campus. And that's because it's so surreal that, I and Zara went to secondary school together, and now Zara's in my other school. Like, fuck. It just doesn't make sense. But aside from that, it was fine. But yeah, it's so funny that Zara associates me with the world of America already. Like, I don't belong here anymore. And yeah, that's that. And then not much else. Hopefully I watch a bunch of Hong Kong on-screen short films tonight. Edit my short film, maybe, perhaps. I really don't know how to fix the sound. I probably should just give up. Fuck, it sounds so bad too. I'm just gonna add subtitles, and then that's it. And then, yeah, not much else. Had a humongous dinner. I'm so full. Time now is 1:55 a.m. Fuck. Definitely not gonna be able to watch 5 episodes of Bocce the Rock tonight. But, yeah, I'm actually editing my college update video, and I just have no energy to edit that whatsoever. I just, I don't know, I'm just thinking and feeling things again. I actually forgot to mention one thing, is that, earlier this morning, the first thing I did today was to make the public speaking homework, do the homework, where I have to film a 3-minute video between 3 minutes and 4 minutes, a briefing video, and this is so tough because there's so many talking points, and I have to say it all in a very smooth way and look at the camera. I can't look at the side too much, and I have to say all these certain things, and for some reason it's a lot more difficult than I thought it is. Like, right now I'm completely improvising, and I'm speaking in such a smooth, articulate way. I'm like invincible right now, but this morning I was like dying. I was literally, what the fuck, my leg is just breaking apart. I was dying this morning. Like, I did the video like 25 times or something. It was crazy. I spent, I think, at least half an hour or maybe even 40 minutes just doing and redoing my video because I keep messing up. So yeah, it's crazy. I'll probably edit a video in the future, and it's just me doing this speech video and the bloopers, the blooper reel of this, the gag reel, the NG, Yeah, and yeah, that's that. And then I submitted the PDF file because aside from the video, I also have to type out an outline for the speech and turn it into a PDF file and upload it and as a homework. Turns out it didn't get uploaded. What the fuck? So I had to comment on my school website on Canvas to tell my professor that it somehow didn't get uploaded, and I'm scared that the professor will not accept it. She just texted me back from in the canvas saying that she'll accept it. So okay, thank God. So that's that. Yeah, another thing I think I want to talk about is just Pepper. I'm editing my college update video and I hear myself talking about, Pepper this, Pepper that. I talk about her almost every day, and there have been so many moments where it's just so abnormal, like abnormally sweet when I describe like my experience with Pepper. Oh, I went to Maracay with her, and oh, I helped her carry rice, and oh, I and Pepper, we whatever, we really inspired each other, and I'm acting this way now because of her, and she's drinking so much coffee, and I'm drinking coffee now because of her, blah blah blah. And it's just so weird, and I keep thinking, Pepper. I feel like Pepper's the kind of girl who would say things like, "Ooh, yeah, sure, I met this guy and he's kind to me, but recently I met this other new guy and I don't know, I just like him more. Just fuck the old guy. And I'm the old guy and the new guy is Potter. Or maybe Connor or whatever. Or maybe someone I don't know. But either way, I feel like Pepper likes Connor more than me. You know, I don't know who said it first, but not Connor, Pepper Potter invited Pepper out for a photography session. Or maybe it's the other way around, but either way, that happened. And then, the haircut thing. Pepper never said any of that to me, you know? Pepper never asked me to go to Uniqlo together, the Asian World Film Festival. I guess Pepper just likes Potter more. And again, the biggest issue, I think, is really that I don't fucking care. The real funny issue is that I'm not even jealous or angry about this at all because I have no feelings for Pepper. Near the end of December, I said, this period of isolation in January is important because I get to think about what are my true feelings for Pepper. I actually got to do it, and I expected myself to be like, oh, in January, I'm going to be in Hong Kong, and I'm going to be alone without Pepper, and I'm going to miss Pepper, and I'm going to miss her voice, I'm going to miss her sense of humor, and I'm going to miss seeing her, and this is the moment I realize I truly have feelings for her. No, fuck no. In fact, me isolating myself here in Hong Kong, clarified for me that I don't have feelings for Pepper at all. I mean, she's a good friend, and I had fun being with her, I had to admit. But I really didn't feel much being with her. I really didn't feel much. And again, I just keep thinking of ways that people could be more interesting than Pepper. Like, again, when I vape and when I take weed, it's things that really break my character. And Pepper was like, oh my god. And even after I took weed and we were in Mulholland Drive and I was shaking because I was so cold. And truth be told, I was acting a little dramatically for dramatic effect, for cinematic effect. I was feeling extremely cold and I was shaking legit. And it's also true that at that point my muscles were unnaturally relaxed because of the weed. That's true. But you also have to admit, I made myself more dramatic because I always do that. And Pepper looked at me and then looked at Potter and was like, I think Enoch is high. Dude, anyone with a brain would know that I'm just feeling cold and I'm just dramatizing it. I know I acted kind of weird that day, but it's true. I wasn't high. I was just really cold. And the way Pepper looked at me is like, and then looked at Potter, I think he's high. It's almost like when you go to a zoo and you see a monkey and a monkey does something funny and you're like, dude, I think this monkey's doing something funny. It's that, and I feel a distance between me and Pepper. So yeah, and again, truth be told, I don't care. You know, Pepper can fuck off, and I wouldn't care at this point. I mean, at the end of round 1, if you tell me Pepper's leaving to New York, and I'll never see her again, I would probably feel pretty distressed. Like, God, she's one of my only hope. Hong Konger girl, same age, also film lover. Why? And then, right now, I mean, yeah, Pepper's still one of the most important people, but right now I've gained the ability to branch out so much so that, you know, I'll probably find someone else who is 100,000 times more interesting than Pepper. I'll have to find someone else. And it's so fucking stupid that, you know, in our minds, it's always like, you know, we secretly have girlfriends and all that stuff. And I don't tell my parents. But during the Japan trip and even back in Hong Kong, my mom would joke around. And I know it's just joking, but my mom would say, oh, you know, when you grow up, or man, we really need to take care of your acne. You know, it's ruining your pretty face. How are you gonna get a girlfriend? And I don't like people touching my pajamas. And then I was a little upset when my mom touched my pajamas, or when my grandma did that. And my mom was like, "Man, how are you gonna get a girlfriend when you act like that?" And my mom and my aunt would joke around saying, "Oh, you know, when you grow up and when you're married and you have a wife, you better introduce her to me." I'm not even thinking about shit like this. I still haven't dated a single person, and I'm 20 years old. I realized this a couple days ago. I learned about this a couple days ago, and that in Japanese there's a word called reazu, which means rearu jujitsu, which is real wholesome, like people who have real wholesome lives. You know, people who have boyfriends and girlfriends and who have fun and go out and party and enjoy life. And it's an insult. And I find it so funny that Japanese culture right now is so pessimistic against happiness. It's so against happiness to the point where there's an internet slang term for people who are too freaking happy. And it's almost the opposite in American culture. You know, people can be overly confident and overly happy, and that's fine because positivity, you know. But being sad and lonely and broken is actually so accepted. It's such an accepted behavior in Japan, as well as other parts of East Asia, but specifically Japan. And again, you know, even though I love to be in a relationship, you know, I see all these people around me and they all have boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. But then, for the last couple of months, I've been going online, on the internet, and there are tons of people online admitting that they're alone, and they're not even kidding. I'm alone. I haven't dated anyone. And they're ashamed of it and embarrassed by it, but they also get a lot of likes. Like, a lot of people are also in the same situation as they are in, you know, single forever. And I realize I'm not alone. Like, if I somehow never date, if I somehow find out I'm aromantic or whatever, you know, I just lost the ability to love, I'm not alone. There's so many people out there just like me. And it's actually okay. In fact, when I do get a girlfriend, if I do get a girlfriend, I'll start to not be able to relate to these jokes and these memes of being forever alone. It's almost like I'm losing credit. You know, before I get a girlfriend, I'm still an edgy, wild, unpredictable, little crazy, creative, fun guy. But after I get a girlfriend, I'm just happy and wholesome. And that's stupid, because that's not the real me. I am never wholesome, you know? So maybe it's fine just staying single, even if it means forever, you know? It's just fine. Alright, time now is 1:24 on January 19th. And we're 11 days away from departure, from the end of the winter interlude, I guess. So yeah, I slept, naturally woke up, and I feel rejuvenated. I slept from 4:15 to 1 to actually around 12:30, but I just kept laying on my bed. But yeah, I feel good. I feel rejuvenated. That's nice. So, um, today is January 19th, and it's been 7 days since January 12th. So theoretically, right? Theoretically, YouTube should allow me to upload videos today. If YouTube doesn't allow me, I'm gonna be so fucking mad. But, yeah, theoretically, I should be able to upload YouTube videos today. So that's that, and it's great because I already have like 10 YouTube videos prepared to be uploaded by a flick of a finger. So, yeah, anyways, today I am going to meet up with Miriam. We'll go watch Avatar 2 together. It's going to be $170 with student discount, and that's gonna be the most expensive movie ticket I've ever purchased in my whole life. Yeah, I forgot how expensive Avengers Endgame was. It was probably around the same price, honestly. But as far as I remember, the most expensive is 20.48 US dollars for Everything Everywhere All at Once, which was 160 something Hong Kong dollars. And I'm so glad I'm watching Avatar 2 here in Hong Kong and not in the USA, because if I watch it in the USA, it's probably going to be double the money, you know? So yeah, that's that. And then afterwards, maybe I and Miriam and Leia will hang out together. We'll have dinner together, and it's gonna be jolly and great. Today I won't be doing any reviews or anything. I won't be filming any reviews. I got one college homework to do, and that's it. And yeah, I just really need to focus on my short film stuff, and that's pretty much it. You know. Another thing is last night. Okay, so this is very fucking stupid. But last night at around 3 a.m., right, I received an email saying that this guy, this dude, finally accepted my ticket, my Death Grips concert ticket that I sold in December. In mid-December, I sold my ticket, and finally he accepted it. So now my Death Grips ticket is in his hands. And the stupid thing is, he waited for the perfect moment to accept my ticket. Because as of now, if I buy the Death Grips ticket again on Ticketmaster, not StubHub, fuck StubHub. If I buy Death Grips ticket on Ticketmaster, it's going to be $81.66 US dollars, 81.66, including the service charge. And that's 20 cents more expensive than what I paid. And I didn't pay on Ticketmaster, I paid on StubHub. So originally, the price for the concert ticket is like 50 something dollars. And if you buy it on Ticketmaster, it's probably going to be 60 something, maybe 70 US dollars. But I fucked up. I shouldn't have done that. Instead, I went to StubHub and got the ticket there. Thus, I paid 81.4 something dollars. So, it's incredibly stupid. So I wanted to sell it so that I would get the money back, and then I would buy a ticket again, but for a way cheaper price. Yeah. So I guess, I mean, it doesn't matter. I hope it's still. So last night when I checked, it's still like 81.66. Let's hope it's still 81.66 right now. Yeah. It's 65 here, but after the service fee, it'll be 81.66. So I basically gained nothing. I lost maybe 20 cents by selling this ticket and all that stuff. I shouldn't have sold it. It's just stupid. It's just more added trouble for me. But there's that. And yeah, nothing else to worry about today, I guess, other than the short film. I always have something stressing me out. Of course, I relaxed and had fun in my days in Japan, but then I got the UCLA application stuff, and then I got my short film here. I always find something to stress me out. I really hope I don't do that in the USA anymore. I really don't know when is the next time I'm going to make a short film. Because I do, like right now, I'm making a short film, but it's just like, fuck. It's just, man, I know it's a really crazy idea. And I just don't want to do short films anymore until maybe 2024. But then I realize I want at least once for Aoba to work for me as a gaffer. And I want to just have the people in my college to help me make one someday, right? And then maybe have Christian help as DP, and if Christian's not available, then Cliff maybe. Ideally, Christian to be DP, Aoba be the gaffer, and then Cliff be the colorist and the color supervisor. And I don't know, Leslie will be a second AC or something. Miles will be second AC. Leslie will be first AC. Just the most ideal combo wombo. And of course Pepper to be makeup artist, but who the fuck knows. But yeah, just the most ideal combo wombo. Eric being the art department, the entire art department. Just the most perfect combo wombo, really. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, today's hopefully gonna be fun. And yeah, let me buy this ticket ASAP. Never mind. Turns out if I'm buying it right now, it's actually slightly cheaper. I saved myself $1. Yay. Okay, what the fuck? It's not letting me buy. It's not letting me buy it. What the fuck? Why can't... I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. I just cannot. I thought it's an ad block thing, so I disabled ad block. Alright, so time now is 5:04 p.m. I don't know why, but I still can't upload any YouTube videos. But also, I have less than 1 hour left on my storage space, even though I cleared everything. And also, I spent 1 hour today. I haven't even had breakfast. Or actually, the breakfast today was basically biscuits. Just 4 biscuits, whatever. And I spent a whole fucking hour trying to buy my Death Grips ticket. I went to Ticketmaster, right? I went to Ticketmaster.com. I went to Death Grips, the listing for Death Grips, May 21st, in the Hollywood Palladium, and I paid, right? And yeah, it's weird because it's $65 sometimes, it's $67 sometimes, and then one time near the end, it's like $69 per ticket. But either way, I'm losing money here. I listed my ticket when I sold the Death Grips ticket. It was like $70-something. I sold it for $70-something because I didn't want to. It's partially my fault. So I'm gonna have a little discount. But anyways, I tried it again and 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 again, and I failed every single fucking time. I don't know why. Every single time I failed. Some error happened, and then I started to learn why. I started to go up, look up the error code to see why can't I buy the fucking ticket on Ticketmaster. Some say it's because of the ad blocker. Fine, I disabled ad blocker. Some say it's because of the cookies and the cache. So yeah, fine, I cleared them. Some say it's because I've logged into Ticketmaster on other devices. So I logged in on my phone and logged in on my laptop, so I'm like, fine. I signed out on both of them and then only used my laptop. Didn't work. I signed out on my laptop and only used my phone. Didn't work. I cleared the cache and the cookies in my phone. Didn't work. I tried again and again and again. I tried to use a different card. Instead of using American Express, I tried to use Citibank. Didn't work. Okay, maybe it's a Wi-Fi thing. So, because I'm using a landline right now, so I took off the landline and I used Wi-Fi. Didn't work. Okay, maybe I can't use Wi-Fi too. So, okay, I'm going to use my phone and I'm going to use mobile data. Didn't work. What the actual fuck? I tried it again and again and again and again. Sometimes it says, like before I could even go into the checkout page, when I press one ticket, go to checkout, I can't even go to checkout because apparently an error message came out saying, oops, sorry, a fan beat you to it. What do you mean a fan beat me to it? I almost thought it's full. Did they finally sell out all the tickets so conveniently when I'm trying to buy one myself? And then there are all these new errors. It's so silly. It's so goofy. And then I told the guy who interviewed me, because he has experience buying tickets, right? And he said, well, have you tried contacting the customer service? And I said, I haven't. So I went to check the customer service number for Ticketmaster. There isn't one. There's only a virtual assistant chat thing, which is so fucking stupid. It's not answering anything. It's so goofy. So at the end, I'm like, fuck it. So I went to SeatGeek. I didn't go to Ticketmaster. I went to SeatGeek and bought the ticket. And somehow SeatGeek is cheaper. In SeatGeek, I didn't even have to pay $80. I paid $78, which is a little bit less. Just a couple bucks less. But still. If the ticket is like $69 plus service fee, it would be $85 on Ticketmaster. So $78 on SeatGeek is actually a lot cheaper than $85. So I just went to SeatGeek and I bought it. And I'm like, whew, problem solved, right? Wrong. Okay, I purchased it on SeatGeek, purchase success. And then it links me back to Ticketmaster because at the end of the day, the concert ticket belongs to Ticketmaster. So SeatGeek is a third-party website. So it links me back to Ticketmaster, and then for some reason, it says, oops, this page you're looking for does not exist. What the fuck does that mean? So I clicked again and again and again, and finally, somehow it worked. And it's a third-party website, and somehow how SeatGeek works is that I find a seat, I find a concert ticket, and then someone on Ticketmaster will pay me that ticket. Will transfer a ticket to me. So I accepted that transfer, and then boom, I'm good. And then I was like, okay, is this over? Is this finally over? And I thought maybe there would be more. Turns out it's probably over. I received an email saying, you're set to see Death Grips. So I'm so happy. Thank God I sold this issue. But yeah, aside from that, I'm going to leave the apartment right now to see Miriam, to watch Avatar 2. And I don't know, I've been thinking, I would like to watch it with my family too, because I want to have family time. And watching it with Miriam seems like a waste of time. Like, I'd rather watch it with someone worthwhile, like Pepper, if she was more interesting. But then I realized, I don't know, it's whatever. Avatar 2 probably isn't even that great. So yeah, that's that. And then, as far as the short film goes, I really am in a very dire situation. Every time I make short film, the situation is always extremely dire. So I asked the insurance man if he can come to my mom's company to check the equipment with me, and he said he can't because he won't be in Hong Kong. He's going to China to cross New Year's with his family in China. So come on, man. And then he said he really cannot find any crew or anyone, really. So I have trouble with the equipment. I'm having trouble with the crew and cast. I have no people, and I really don't know what to do. And I have 11 days until I leave. So I'm basically fucked. It's still possible, and trust me, the making of Cloud Busting and My Bloody Valentine are basically miracles as well. It's a miracle that I'm able to even pull these two off. So maybe another miracle can happen. Let's hope that another miracle can happen. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna trim my nails, actually. They're so fucking long. At the cinema now. 5:45, waiting for Miriam. Should be here anytime.呢個點搞？我哋企喺度食。但而家好紅色啊！呢個點解調轉嘅？
做咩啊？
啲成支嘢調轉。
係雞啊，
三串咩？三串都係雞。
兩串羊，一串雞，兩串係羊。
你想食雞？我可以食嘅。
大嘅大，你咪想食啊？
好意思啊，好事做好聽，有隻樓我冇講喎。
我想食。
先聽，而家聽未？試下先。太白，跟住個身唔使咁樣。你哋諗住飲完呢個直接去啊，定係開始多錄影先？
入嗰兩份。
同埋醫生炒到唔夠炒咯。
人就係話自己
係咯，
人手爆出嚟。
唔怪之咁耐。
Alright, time now is 3:17 a.m. in the morning on January 20th. Yeah, so I'm just gonna wrap it up real quick, hopefully. So yeah, I'm back in my own apartment. I came back home about 2 hours ago at 1 a.m. So let's talk about today. So at around 5:15 p.m., I left my apartment, and I wanted to go out, but of course I can't because my dad's in the bathroom. So I have to wait until he gets out, and I take a piss, wash my hands, and then I'm good to go. I changed my clothes and I went to Cornhill, and boom, I'm a little bit earlier. I'm earlier than Miriam by about 5-6 minutes, but Miriam immediately showed up. She's like, "Oh, sorry," and she thought I'm really mad, but I actually am not mad. I have so much experience when it comes to being late at the movies. It's fine, and also it's Avatar. I don't really care all that much, honestly. So yeah, we purchased the tickets, and Miriam paid first, and then I got my 3D glasses with me, and we just went in the cinemas and we watched it. We were late. We missed the first couple of minutes, perhaps, but it was whatever. I could basically understand what's going on, so we went into it. And to my disappointment, it's not really IMAX. It's a big theater, but it's not IMAX. But then again, it's Avatar. I don't really care, right? So I and Miriam, we sat together on this chair, and the chair keeps moving and rocking, and sometimes water gets splashed. It's called the way of water, okay? So water gets splashed onto my face sometimes, and then sometimes the chair does these little giggly, like, tickles your feet, something, because in Avatar, when you're swinging around the trees and you hit the leaves and the vines and stuff, and then there's something under the seat tickling your feet. It's so ridiculous. And it's $170, and part of the fee is literally the rocking chair, like contributed to the rocking chair and the feet tickling and all the water splashing, and also the stupid other shit that they give you after I bought the movie tickets. I swear to God, the cashier, the people who sell tickets, they also gave us 2 useless DVDs to a couple Disney movies, which is so stupid. I don't need it. I don't fucking need that shit. But yeah, essentially there's that. But yeah, we sat on our asses for like 3 hours to finish the film, and I thought it was fine. It wasn't really great or anything. It was a little better than the original, but that's pretty much it. Miriam loved it. Miriam said she would give it a 9.5 out of 10, which is honest. I like her honesty. She wouldn't be like, well, I know Enoch is a film snob and I don't want to sound like a normie, so I'm just going to lower my score purposefully. No, she's honest about how much she likes the film. I said it's a 7. She said it's a 9.5, so that's fine. And then afterwards, we both went to the bathroom, went out, and then we decided to meet up with Leah in Shao Kei Wan. And Leia's already there eating a friggin' curry fishball. And I and Miriam arrived, and I don't know, at that point it was like 9 p.m. and I was kind of fucking hungry. I want to just sit down at one of the restaurants and just eat some food to just fill myself up, you know. But Leah wants to go around the streets, a soul guy, which means, you know, brush the streets, you know, to sweep the streets. I think that's a better verb. To sweep the streets, meaning to go from one small store to another small store to eat one small snack, another small snack, and that's quote unquote dinner. And that's fine too, because I haven't done that in ever, like in my life. When's the last time I've done that? I forgot. But yeah, so we did that kinda. We went to Taiwan, which is a fantastic place, by the way. And I had the curry fish balls at this very famous fish ball store place. Apparently, Hin Jeong, one of the biggest singers in Hong Kong, and Lam Mingting, one of the biggest actresses and models from Malaysia, they you know went to this exact spot to sell stuff for one of Hin Jeong's YouTube videos. Anyways, long story short, I got the curry fish bowl for $6, real cheap, pretty good. And then we went inside and I saw takoyaki and I'm like, it's pricey, but damn. So I couldn't suppress myself. So I bought it. I bought 8 takoyaki balls. I should have bought 6, honestly, because turns out Miriam doesn't want to eat it. Miriam got herself a sao zao bang, which is like a Taiwanese crepe, and she got a sweet potato, egg, and meat, yoksong, shredded pork jerky. I guess that's how I would explain it. Kind of wrap, and it tastes amazing. I've never tasted anything like it, and it tastes pretty good. And then Leia got 3 meat skewers for like $40-something. Come on, bro. But yeah, we ate that, and then I said I wanted to go to the Taiwanese restaurant nearby. We went there, and turns out it's closed. So I was a little disappointed because it's been a long time since I've had Taiwanese food. I really want to eat Taiwanese food. That's become secretly one of my biggest goals here in Hong Kong, to eat Taiwanese food. I miss it so much. So so we ended up not going to the restaurant, and I already told my mom, okay, are there leftover vegetables and rice? Like, can you leave some for me? And I know it's dumb because I know by the time I get home it's gonna be like 1 a.m. But still, you know, I just don't feel full. Even if I feel full, I don't feel fulfilled psychologically, you know. But anyways, we just gave up, and then we went to a little drink store in Taiwan, and I got myself a black sugar Oreo bubble milk, and that was a lot. That was very hefty, and you know, it's just fat water, you know, that's what it's called. And you know, you drink it and you feel fat and bloated. So yeah, essentially what it is. And then afterwards we just walked around. We had our drinks and we decided to just have a walk. We walked up and down. We walked in laps in Shao Kei Wan. We just walked in loops, and then we're like, fuck it. So we started walking towards Taikoo. We walked towards Aeon and Cornhill, and then we walked backwards. And then we went to Mengge dessert restaurant. We sat down and we ordered. At that point, it was like 11:30 p.m. We ordered shaved ice. I ordered mango and strawberry. Miriam ordered mango and chocolate, both $50. Leia ordered Yakult, and all of us had bits of watermelon and bits of chewy mango balls and other balls at the sides. That's it. And at 12:30 we finished it. We chatted, we talked, and then we finished it, and then we just walked back home, and that's it. And then it was 1 a.m. Okay, so let's talk about what we talked about. I didn't have much of a chance to talk to Miriam until when we meet up with Leia. And then we chatted a lot, you know. Leia's, of course, with the pleasantries. So how's your life been, Enoch? And I really don't know how to explain. Like, so much has happened. It's my 4 months in round 2 felt like 3 years. Okay, so I really don't know what to say. I mean, I've had great fun. I met a lot of people. That's pretty much it. And Leia and Miriam didn't experience much insanity either, I guess. Leia told me she worked on a human anatomy, and by that she means a dead body, okay? A dead dude, 50-something years old. And they got his heart out, and they have started on the lungs. And I asked her, like, are other students feeling nauseous? Like, do they feel nauseous and sick? And she's like, no, it's like fine. It's like, bruh, like, I'm a brave ass guy, okay? If I see a dead dog, I would feel hurt, but I wouldn't be like, I mean, okay, a dead dog, okay, that sucks. Okay, if I see a dead mouse, I wouldn't feel that bad, you know? But a dead human, ugh, I would feel kind of hurt, you know, honestly. I'm a sentimental type guy, leave me alone. The dead dog would hurt, dead mouse wouldn't hurt me. But dead dog will. Shit. But yeah, essentially there's that. And then we spent, I'd say 80% of today's conversation basically revolves around romance and relationships. It's so fucking funny. I meet Pink, I meet Natalie, I meet them, and it's all like we have entered an age period where we just have to talk about relationships. So Leia talked about how, you know, she had a crush on a guy back in secondary school before Pink. And I probably already knew that, but I forgot. But I wasn't shocked because I was like, oh yeah, I think I've heard that somewhere. Leia had a crush on a guy at some point. Yeah, I think I know that. Maybe, perhaps. But Leia talked about how, so remember the lion. So back in February of 2021, I and the lion and Miriam and Zara went to Chunwan for an adventure, and the lion is this really sociable guy who organizes every event ever and goes adventuring all around Hong Kong and is a very like poetry type guy, you know. He had a thing for Leia maybe, but they met up a few times, and at some point Leia just found him kind of annoying because the lion kept texting Leia like, he keeps finding excuses to text her. I want to buy a jacket. If you and I buy them both together, like maybe we can get a discount or something. And I know the line's annoying and stuff, but I feel a little bad for the line because it's almost the same situation as me and Pepper. Like, I try to speak to Pepper on WhatsApp and then she just fucking ignores me. But yeah, you know, it's also good to hear the other perspective, you know, the other side of the spectrum. But yeah, essentially there's that. And that's how I started talking about, you know, my relationship with Pepper. And I talked about, you know, and I've already told Pink extensively about my situation with Pepper. And I've told Zara that, but I regret it because Zara is not like helpful at all, you know. And I've told Potter extensively about my situation with Pepper, and Potter knows specifically because Potter and Pepper are close now. But I don't want to do it all over again because I'm tired of saying the same story. Second of all, I don't have to tell everyone about this. I can keep it to myself. It's okay to have secrets, you know. But at the end, I mentioned Pepper, and then now Miriam and Leia are both very curious. At first, you know, because I've mentioned a girl, both of them are like, oh, so you have feelings for her, right? And I said, no. And they were kind of confused. That's kind of an anticlimactic ending. So you ended up not having feelings for her? And I'm like, yeah. So I started explaining. I really didn't want to explain. So I kept on saying, oh man, but I don't really can't say it now. I really can't explain it now. This is the kind of thing where I will have to talk about it, but I would have to sit down for 1 hour and I would have to talk extensively. I can't just walk around with a drink in my hand and talking about this. But I did. So I talked about how I was sort of, you know, Leia and Miriam were like, okay, just tell us a simplified version. The director's cut, you know, you're a film student, right? Director's cut. And I said, well, usually director's cuts are longer. well, then the final cut, which is also usually longer. But anyways, I explained, well, I realized she doesn't like me. And I realized I don't like her. Okay, that's weird. Explain more. And then so, I explained my side of the problem. I kept texting Pepper, but after 2 times, I'm done. I know Pepper doesn't want to speak to me. Well, fuck it then. And another thing is, I didn't text Pepper about, buying jackets with discount. I texted Pepper about reading her personal statement to help her. And Miriam's like, no, you're being helpful. You're kind, You're not texting her about buying jackets, But yeah, essentially to simplify it, I thought I had feelings for Pepper, but then I don't think I have, and every single week I come up with a new argument for and against having feelings for Pepper, just every single week. And I started like talking really fast. Oh, maybe it's because of this, but then that, and then this, and then that, and then this, and then that. And then Miriam also have some relationship things. So as far as I know, Miriam hasn't dated yet, even though I'm pretty sure she has. But there's this guy, and half a year ago, Miriam had some feelings for this guy, and this guy had some feelings for Miriam, but it wasn't until a couple weeks ago when this guy sent a Christmas card to Miriam, when this guy revealed, oh, I actually had feelings for you half a year ago. And, we did this together and we did that together, and our memories together were so sweet, blah, 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 It's kind of like me, too. Shit. I never say this to Pepper, but I also have a recollection of the sweetest memories I and Pepper have shared. Guys, things, But yeah, so Miriam's response is, it's too fucking late, I'm sorry, I don't love you anymore. And also when Miriam and this guy hung out, when they watched a movie together in a cinema, the guy was like, oh, last time I went to the cinemas with a girl, with my ex-girlfriend, I bought her some Pochi sticks. But on that day, that guy didn't buy Miriam any Pochi sticks. So does that mean that guy sees Miriam as less? And that's kind of rude. Mentioning your ex while having, I guess, quote-unquote date with another girl, leaves a bad impression. This is why sometimes when I talk to Pepper, I try not to mention other girls. And I try not to mention Aoba too much. I try not to mention Leslie too much. It's just a little sketchy is what it is, But yeah, but I ended up talking about my stories the most, because I feel like mine is the most interesting. It's just yeah, my experience. And so right after that, Leah already oh, you tried weed, right? Because Leah subscribed to my channel and she watches my stuff. And I was not gonna tell Miriam because, again, it's okay to keep secrets. But at the end, Leah told Miriam. Miriam wasn't shocked about it or anything, but Leah was like, wow, you're 歪过火, which is like a slang term for like, oh, you're a bad, naughty boy, or a naughty girl, whatever. But yeah, that's that. And yeah, I guess I'm not proud of it, but I also think it's fine. At the end of the day, so many people around the world also eat weed and smoke weed, and it's just not that crazy, actually. Even though after I tried to vape for the first time, I felt like a fucking villain. But yeah, so we went to the dessert restaurant, and I talked a lot about Hong Kong stuff. So I asked Miriam, what does you gay mean? And I asked the same question to Pink, I asked the same to Natalie, and neither of them know the actual answer. I also asked Zara, and Zara doesn't know too. Miriam is the first person who knows what it is. It means Uniqlo. And Miriam is the first to know. Holy shit. And I talked about how Pepper would criticize me. Are you even a fucking Hong Konger? Do you know about Ngon Sam Toast, which is this, couple celebrities, cheated on each other, and there's this funny video of them in a taxi, being all awkward and stuff, and it's like a hidden recording, and it became a huge scandal, like the fuck? And then, there are just like terms like cam, which is, according to Leia, a university slang, a Hong Kong university slang. And the thing is, back in secondary school, there already is a term for that, and that's sap. And even though I don't use sap a lot, I know what sap means. But apparently sap is cam, and cam is a more popular usage, is a more popular term for that meaning. So yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like I'm relearning a lot of Hong Kong culture, a lot of Hong Kong slang, a lot of geography of Hong Kong, a lot of Hong Kong film and music and history and culture in general. I'm relearning it a lot. And it's ironic because it is only until I go to USA then I suddenly have such an awakening, such an enlightening, an enlightenment, But yeah. And then also apparently Leia's friend is not free tomorrow, so Leia's probably going to be able to watch the movie with me tomorrow night. So that's cool. But yeah, essentially there's that. I came back home, it was 1 a.m. I immediately took a tiny shower real quick, and then I drank some leftover soup, ate some rice with it. That's it. And then that's it. And I can finally upload videos on YouTube again. And I immediately uploaded the round 2 video. I pre-uploaded some videos, but I still got more hidden in the hard disk. My short film situation is really dire. I really don't know what to do. The best I could do is to reach out to as many people as possible. I haven't reached out to John L. I should probably post my thing on Facebook though. Definitely. And I'm so stupid for not doing that yesterday. And right now it's too late. It's 3:30. Right? Yeah. But yeah, I really don't know what to do for my short film. It's looking really dire. I asked the insurance man, I talked about this morning, right? I've asked the insurance man if he could go to my mom's office to check on the equipment, and he said he can't because he won't be in Hong Kong. He's going back to China. What? So yeah, But then I later texted him, oh, how about that guy, Ao Yang, the guy we worked with for My Bloody Valentine? He's pretty good. And then so he immediately texted him, and then Ao Yang, the gaffer / sound guy / AC guy, he asked me if I'm using my own name or if I'm working as a team. And I don't really understand what that means. And apparently it's a misunderstanding. So there's that. I hope he works for me. I hope in the future when I work with people, when I work with a crew or a cast, it's always the same few fucking people. It's the people you trust the most, it's the people you know the most, and it's always that. But yeah, I really don't know. I still gotta take out some time to see Pink one last time and to see Natalie one last time. It would be great if my final meetup is with Natalie. It's just a very poetic full stop. But yeah, it is true. Pepper's basic, and I have every single reason to not like her, to not into her, to be not into her. And I did tell Leia and Miriam that, maybe it's because, I really loved Mary, but maybe it's because I didn't know her that well. And Leia's like, oh yeah, when I had a crush on that guy, but I didn't get close to him, it was like, I didn't know him that well, so that was sort of like one of the reasons why I had a crush on him. But again, when Potter said, the more you know a person, the less interesting they get, that's true for everyone I've met, but that doesn't mean they stop being interesting. Like, there are people like Natalie. I've known Natalie for 9 years, and she still remains interesting. She's not as interesting as she was in the beginning, but she still remains one of the most interesting person I've ever met in my whole life. She's top 3, And so, Natalie's one of a kind. She really is. Like, the fact that a person like her exists is just kind of insane, honestly. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. I also talked about how the film industry changes a person, and then Miriam and Leia asked me if I've changed, but that's not a question for me to answer. It's for the people around me to answer. But then Leah and Miriam probably wouldn't notice because they only noticed me for one day. Same for Natalie. Natalie told me she doesn't think I'm changed, but the thing is, she's only met me for one day, and I've only met Natalie for one day too. I feel like I'm strangers to Natalie again. We're friends, but also strangers. Like I have to work with Natalie, live with Natalie, eat with Natalie, talk to her all the time to really grasp what her personality is right now. Maybe she's really different and I wouldn't really have noticed. So, yeah. But yeah, it's really fucking late. Jesus Christ.